Hello YouTube and welcome back to the Nitro Addiction. On this episode we are going to get the shocks reinstalled, our new fuel tank, and our new engine. Paige Smith, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back, my friend. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way. Still trying to get things finished here. We've got all aspects in the house. What's up, brother? TK18, how's it going, bro? John Bishop, what is up? How you doing, brother? Been building your first JADO? You know, I have a whole box of JADO parts that I still need to build. But the only JADO I had that was running, I traded to Lotus. All right, we're gonna start by finishing off the shocks. And then we will get to the rest of it. We'll get the computer fired up so I can see what you guys are saying. Hope everybody's doing good. Come on, computer. Things being slow. Almost there. Give me one more minute. If you guys enjoying the show, don't forget that like button, please. It's taking months to get all the pieces. The money thing, but I finally fired it up. Hell yeah. Which I'm working on this evening. So I myself am working on a Tekno NB48 2.2. We're going to install the new OS engine in it. Hopefully have a chance to do some what do you call it? Heat cycles. And be sure when you put these screws in, if you have a Tekno, you got the reverse threads or the silver ones, and they go catty corner from each other. So on the front, it goes in the left, Well, if you're setting in it like it's a car, it goes to the right. Come on, get in there. I found out the hard way that if you put them in wrong, you lose them. They'll just come right out. And on the front, the black one goes on the driver's side. The black one is a right-handed threads. Since these screws always like to come out, well, I got everything apart. Oh man, that one's not going anywhere. This one always seems to want to come loose. Well, if you're not going to come loose now, you better not come loose while we're racing. Crap. I got them backwards. Lotus in the house, what's up? How's it going, Nitro Pimp? Joey HRC, what's up? Let's see, who else am I missing? For the fourth night in a row, you've caught me in a bathrobe, baked and snacking. I like it, brother. I mean, I could have done without the bathrobe, but I'm glad we're all here hanging out. You know, I figured since I didn't get to do these for 2 months, I had to make up some time. That, and I'm trying to get ready for the track, so might as well do it on camera. Now, these are those ones where it's got the 4mm screw that screws in, and then basically the shock mount's kind of like a barrel nut, and they always want to come loose. But it's really tight right now, so it better not come loose when I'm at the track. You're not gonna come loose now, you better not come loose then. You gotta pay attention to what you're doing here. This goes on the inside, this bigger flange. So hopefully, I'll find out tomorrow, but hopefully I'm off Saturday because they have an open practice starting at 8 a.m. on the new layout, and I'd like to get some laps in before the race starts, so I don't completely suck. I only a little bit suck. Took me a little bit of getting used to on JW's track up there in Vegas, and it's pretty small. This track's so big, a new layout's going to take me a minute to get used to. Really admire how well the pros adjust to track, track to track, and then every time you go, they're always a different layout. There's the front. Okay. You can see the little rubber O-ring that seals off this bleeder is broke. Hopefully it doesn't leak. Now the silver screws are going catty corner, front left, right rear. And the black ones are front right, left rear. St. Mark's skunk. OG nuts. Nuts in your mouth. The names they come up with these days. It's like it never wants to get tight. Are you kidding me? I did the exact same thing back here that I did on the front side. Put the damn things on backwards. Run, snot nuts. Oh. Yeah, the computer, the letters are a little bit close together. It looked like an N. You can smoke on whatever you want, Lois. But anyways. Now, does it taste like sweet candy or something? Did they name it Runts for a reason like that, or is it just a name? Little trick some of the guys showed me. Keep these screws from coming out. Put a dab of glue on it. Yeah, this one fits scale. Holy shit. What was that? Raw, what's up, my brother? You sure you don't want to sponsor Lotus 8S Baja build? Nobody likes smoking nuts. This is strain name. I guess it's supposed to be sweet. Yeah, a lot of times they name that stuff after like the flavor. But I was just curious if it was sweet or does it taste like fruit? Which runts don't really taste like fruit, but life was better when it was regs or mids. As back in the day, the mids were pretty bad. Or I guess it was Reggie. Okay. Always had names we just didn't care back in the day. Yeah, the most common name from way back in the day for me was nasty ditchweed or bunk. Never was any good until the good stuff came around. And of course now I can't. They frown upon it at work. Just better turn the volume down. As long as it's not Bobby Brown. Hey, Acapulco Gold. All right. So I never did find my switch that I was looking for last night. The little plug in there and it turns the car on. But they got one for me down there at the compound, so I'm gonna take this as a backup, just in case. All right. I'll go ahead and switch out the wing real quick. We're going yellow theme for the race. Yellow wings and wheels and like green and yellow and orange body. Nitro Kush. Cyclone, what's going on, brother? When you going home, John? I don't know. I mean, I definitely have like a year at this job. My next scheduled trip to go home is going to be Christmas. I may do like a short trip sometime in between now and then. Let's see. I'm gonna lay out a fresh, clean blue towel. Hybrid, what's up? How's it going, bro? He's stuck in Arizona for the rest of the time. Too hot for that. That's a lot of nope for me. You get used to it. Bob, what's going on, brother? You know, it's got its pros and cons, you know? Cons, you're away from the family. You're on the road. It's always something new. But, you know, pros would be it's always something new. I've gotten to see a lot of places that I would have probably never gotten to see without traveling. And then, of course, the money. Money makes it worth it. Man, that hole is a little bitty. Actually, this week's video will be the NITRO ADDICTION Savage, the one that he built and painted. Hell yeah! Painted in his PJs, yes sir. It does have some cool PJs. I've got Airbender, I've got Five Nights at Freddy's, I've got, it's like Nickelodeon theme with like all the different Nickelodeon cartoons that have been on. Oh, come on. How the hell are you supposed to get this thing in there? Man, it's got a tiny hole. Trying to fit this big old rubber thing through. Come on. That thing is a pain in the butt. And get in there. Let's see. Yep, PJ pant job. Let's do that. Oh, nice. So they had the cleanest and best grease dips you'd ever seen. If it's approved by a hybrid, it must be good. There's one. Shall attempt to do a box art sandwich body. That would be cool. I've thought about that. The only one that I would really want to try would be the pink and yellow camouflage. I think that'd be fun. Come on. Sorry, guys. And my P drivers are like multi-tools. Can do all kinds of stuff with them. Come on. Come on, get in there. I've never actually tried to put these rubber grommets in the mounting holes of these fuel tanks. That's like the worst thing ever. But they're in there. It says in the directions just squeeze it, but I mean, you kind of gotta force it, so I don't know. So one thing it does come with are these little deals that you put in there and you screw them down. And it says to go with the medium one to make it IFMAR legal. I guess it takes 2 cc's out of the tank of fuel, so it makes it the right amount of fuel for the race. I don't know. I guess I'll take it with, but if they don't make me put it in there, I need all the fuel I can get. I think I've lost my mind. My house is filling with nitros, but I have so much fun building it. Telling you, man. It is for a sec, it just says. Oh, the body you're gonna paint? Yeah, I mean, every once in a while I look at my collection, I'm like, do I really need to do that? And I'm like, no. But yes, I do. All right. I need to look at the directions. I'm just looking up the online manual, making sure I'm doing this stuff right. If I ever find the page. There we go. All right. Can't get my finger in here. All right. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I need to build one in 2005, so I'll do it now. Right? I had one to build, but I traded it for my Baja. But I still got the one that's the very first one. 21 stock in a sealed box. Hope that's right. Get in there. Oh yeah, if I didn't show you guys when I first started this is straight out of a kit. Bag Q. I bought a set of shocks for the Mugen MBX8, and they're straight out of the kit as well, like Bag J or something like that. Thought that was pretty neat. There's the years I have a number. Page. As long as they order the house, my cheek is cool. Is that why your basement's full? Or it looked like, was it your basement or your garage? "38 Savages and only bought one new." Damn, it's next to us still in the box. I want my own. Yeah, I've only bought one new Savage. The rest of my 24 of them, whatever it is, are all used. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that one. I'm gonna leave the original post in there. I bet that washer's supposed to go there. Seems like half my collection was another guy's collection of shelf queens on those Savages. Yeah, my other handle broke. Everything got started as basket cases. 100 square feet of AC bay at my shop. Oh, is all that at your shop? I thought it was at your house. This is my wife for 21 years. She hated my RZ stuff. I told this one up front. I won't put up with any complaints about doing my thing. That's the cool thing about my wife. You guys have seen her. She jumps on here all the time, Janine. She's a sweetheart. You know, if it's something that makes me happy, she's glad that I'm doing something that I enjoy. And, you know, I give her toys as well. We both do our thing, so no complaints from either side. So that's a good thing. Even come with some new fuel tubing. I don't have the itty bitty zip ties to put around that. I'm gonna try something out, see if this works. See if I can't get this. Not really the right tool for stretching this out. But you can use a piece of the fuel tubing itself, stretch it out around it, and it'll help hold it on there. I just don't know if I got the right. Any one of those things that stretches it out all the way around. Haha. It's the first time I've ever tried that. Let's see if you guys can see that. So I cut a piece of the fuel tubing and I'm using it like a rubber band. That ought to help hold that on there nice and tight. There's Mama. How you doing, baby doll? 18 T-Maxes, 13 Revos, 6 Savages at the shop. Jesus. I mean, if I had the pieces, you know, in the cash, I'd probably do it too. Turns out you are cool, Janine. How much you love us. What do you mean how much I love you? I love you a lot. How you doing, Grizzly? Appreciate you joining in, brother. Problem is, I don't sell. Yeah, they're hard to get rid of. And it's over 500 nitros. Jesus. I don't have space for all that. You know, if I had room and the money, it would be fun to have all that, but that's a lot. Of course, you want to tighten this down so that it's not flopping around. And then once you get it somewhat tight, you do want to back it off just a hair so it has some play. You don't want it to flop, but you don't want it to be like solid either. All right, so we got a new fuel tank. The rest of the screws for mounting it. Okay. Travis, what's up, my brother? How you doing? I'm truly living the dream. Saturday, wife is doing her things. And I get to unbox, break in, and run in the box. Schumacher Maniac. Nice. Or Manic. Hell yeah, brother. Oh, talking about how much you love us. The wife. Well, yeah. Of course. I mean, how is she gonna stay married for, what is it, 20 years now? There's gotta be some love in there. So there's nothing wrong with this fuel tank. I'll just have it as a backup. One reason I got the other deal was because the handles broke on this. And I wanted to go into the race with a good handle. That's not what I want. This is what I want. So I will have this engine ready to go just in case I don't get to get the other one broke in, but it looks like I'm going to be off work Saturday and actually get to go do some practice laps before the race. I never noticed that. I don't know if that's some kind of glue he put on there, or if something just, if it was just melting from the pipe. Maybe the tank's not as good as I thought it was. Okay, so I do need the engine mount and the clutch. Hate scratching up my tools. Cool thing about when these get a little older and the end does start to round out a little bit, you can lean it over a little bit like it's a ball head and going at an angle. I get it, I haven't found a nitro I didn't like. You know, I like all nitros, but I do have priority as what I'd rather have. So I don't have anything against any nitros. There are just some of them that, you know, I'd rather spend my money on a different nitro. But nitros in general are all pretty cool. If I can get this loose without taking the pipe off. Nice. Yeah, I'm just running just a stock Tekno 4-shoe clutch. Of course. Wish I had a better way of holding this, but I don't. That for whatever reason this thing pops loose off the collet before this thing will come off of the shaft. Stupid. Earthquake red cat. It's just here. I'm not sure what to do with it. Sell it. Some people like their earthquake red cats. I've never seen one that wasn't a problem. Yeah. I don't know why this thing's always got to be a pain in the butt. Damn, sits on there so tight. That's like 2 exhaust gaskets I've ripped taking the freaking header off. Maybe I'm just not taking it off right. So what I'm doing now is shoving a rag inside there to hold the piston. Yeah, there we go. Maybe. Sweet. You know what? I need to grab another package of shop towels. JW, what's up? How you doing? It says, Paige, I got a red cat volcano. You won't like it. Okay, so I have the 8.5 and the 7.5 millimeter. We'll save this for the truggy. Put the 7.5 on the buggy. How is old JW doing? How many of you guys ever seen one of these? Man, it's so pretty, I hate to actually run it. So we got the TB03. Watching Under Siege because our country's under siege. Thought it would be fitting. I thought you guys got rid of Trudeau. Put just a little bit of silicone on here to help it slide into place. I have one buggy. I don't know what it is, but it's as big as a Savage. That's crazy. Hate when they put these stupid little staples on here. Staples are no good. They're just like that, like I just did, drop them on the floor, and eventually you get them stuck in your foot. Nice and easy. Maybe I should put the clutch on first. JW, you get that nitro running yet? RC Life. Guess I should say Nitro RC Life. How's it going, brother? There it is. So this bearing should still be good. I only used it for like one afternoon. Gonna be a process. Don't be scared of it. You just gotta jump in their feet first and get at it. Not afraid, it's just getting everything. I know, brother, I'm just giving you shit. I just know you've been playing that electric game for a while. Don't let the nitro intimidate you. I think I need another shim on the bottom. Thank you, JW. OS Speed, Adam Drake 3. I love the blue accent that they put in the cooling head. Probably have to pull this out tomorrow after breaking it in and change the bearings. If I put bearings in it now, probably have to change them again before the race anyways. I'm Drake, top-notch stuff. Yes, sir. That's why I chose this. I was looking at a couple different things. I probably would have went with the Samurai. That was my first thought, but no place had them in stock. And then I was looking at between this and the Ultimate. For the same price as the Ultimate, I could get this with the oil bath break-in. I mean, they're all OS based. They're all really good. You really can't go wrong with any of those options. Yeah, so tomorrow I'll run two static tanks just sitting there idling on the box. Pretty sure that's what this says. So preheat the engine to 200 degrees. Prime and start the engine. Carb has been adjusted, but you may need to make slight adjustments depending on your fuel, vehicle, weather, elevation. But overall, the setting will be very close. Tank 1, let engine idle and heat saturate for 1 to 2 minutes. During this time, you can fine-tune the idle adjustment and slowly apply the throttle to burn out any excess assembly oil. Start running vehicle on the track. Oh, I thought you had to do 2 static tanks, but I guess not. Or parking lot. The engine should be crisp on the bottom to mid, but still slightly rich on top. The completion of tank 1, let the engine cool. The piston at bottom, dead center. Tank 2 and 3, preheat it. Run on the track for 1 to 2 tanks. If needed, you can lean out the high side 1 hour. Stop engine, make sure piston's bottom dead center. Tank 4, preheat engine and continue running on the track. At this point, you should be pretty close to race tune with the high slightly rich to provide proper lubrication. The engine will continue to improve and gain runtime over the next half to 1 gallon, but you should be ready to go racing. So, I'm hoping tomorrow to get at least a half gallon through it, if not more. Get it pretty close to race tune. And then Sunday, just continue to tune it in and, I don't expect it to just go out there and blow the doors off everybody. I just want something that's good quality. That once the break-in's done, I can set the tune and not have to keep adjusting it. and see what happens. There it is, all mounted up. Fly High Ireland, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Can get 9 minutes out of a tank with my OS. That's what I'm hoping for. With that block engine, the only race that I ran, I got like 7.5, and I still had a little bit of fuel in the bottom. So I was probably getting about 8 minutes out of it. Yeah, once this is broken and tuned up, I'm hoping to get at least 8 or 9. Maybe eventually get 10, but I think there's a lot of factors that go into getting 10 plus minutes out of a tank. And part of that's clean driving. Those bearings seem too loose. What do you guys think? What about the engines are easier on fuel? Really? I mean, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Used Ron Parts, stupid spell check. What? Oh, I used to run a lot of RC Paris stuff back in the day. Used to Ron Paris, stupid. What are you trying to say? Jennifer says it looks good. Any play forward and back? Just on the bell, not on the flywheel, but the bell. I don't know if you can see that. Actually has a little bit of side-to-side movement in it. I got a feeling I'm gonna have to change them out for the race anyways. Yeah, it's got that, basically got that 1 millimeter of play. We got 2 fresh springs. You have any new bearings? I think I do. That's why I was asking you guys, because it seems a little loose to me. See what your all's thoughts are. So I don't know if I got the big bearing. I know they've got bearings there at the compound. To ensure reliability, change your clutch bearings after full day racing. Yeah. Yeah, like tomorrow's just gonna be a practice day and breaking this in. But I'm afraid it's almost like they're already too worn. I don't like it. I'm afraid they're gonna shit out halfway through the break-in. That one might be good. Yeah, the ones that don't have too many extras over the, what do they call them, the big boys? Or the fat boys or something? There's like a nickname for them. A collapsed bearing on your bill will wreck everything. Yep. That sounds better. Yeah, I think it was just the front one. You know, we'll try the back one. See if it does anything. That's a lot quieter and seems a lot. I know bearings aren't supposed to be stiff, but when they're new, they kind of got that. It's more of a stiff roll, not all loose and flopping around. If that makes sense. Yep, better. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I like that better. And you can't really see it. I can barely see it, but it's got a hair of play in there. Put a little bit of silicone on here to make it slide easier. That's a nice fit. Like you could feel it sinking down on there and just fitting. I like it. Seems like so many times putting these on, they don't fit very well. Look at that beauty. Those gaskets are thick. It makes it tight, good fit. Yep. Well, and some of them, it's so tight that as you're trying to put the header on there, you could see it like squishing the bushing down, or the gasket, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's a nice fit. Alrighty. Let's see how we have this going forward. I think I need to adjust. Up just a little bit. Engine, you will enjoy the power blip over the jumps. I love mine. Yeah, I've always admired watching everybody else run them. I'm pretty excited. Aw, I forgot to put my clinic header protector on there. Carb slider is so smooth also. Yeah, it seems pretty smooth. You stay. It's kind of a pain doing this with an extra piece in there, but it's worth it if it keeps it from tearing up the header. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Clinic RC, K-L-I-N-K. They're the ones that make this piece. They're also the ones that make that electronic switch, that little jumper wire switch. Okay. Now we move on. What does it do? So it's a little extra piece of, let's see if we can see this. You see there's like an extra little layer of aluminum in there. and it's just like a half moon that you slide in this little groove. See how it ends right there and right there? So it just slides around it, and then so your wire is not cutting into your header. This will protect the header, and it's like $3. So if that keeps the header from getting all chunked up, it's kind of worth it in my opinion. All right, let's see. Got so much shit going on. Get all my engine mount screws ready. Now we're cooking with Crisco. What buggy do you run? Fly high? We've talked about your engine, but I don't think we've ever discussed your buggy. Oh. It's the Mugen MBX8R. Nice. Yeah, I got the 8, not the 8R. So much easier just to put the Loctite over the hole. What pipe you got with yours? Yeah, you forgot to leave it with me. Oh no, I know that what you have, brother. I was talking to Fly High. He's always talking about how much he likes his 83 engine, but I don't know what he runs it in. Come on, get on there. Get. What in the hell is your problem? Get in the hole. Gee, what was so hard about that? I don't get it. I'll go look at the pipe. Hold on. '41 Basher. Hey, 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 what's up, brother? I've had that problem. What, can't get in the hole? Is your aim a little off? Too funny, Paige. That there's like, that's the fastest I've ever gotten a good mesh. Got just a tiny tick. Looks like there's nothing in there, but when I go to tap it, a bunch comes out. Still use the notebook paper trick. You know, I've tried that a couple times, and I can never get the mesh. I don't know. I seem to have a better feel for it doing it this way. Because I use the the tick method, you know, how much tick you got. Because I mean, I've used the notebook paper trick before and had it too tight. Figure if I gotta adjust it anyways, I'll just do it this way. Different car, same from last night. It's the same. Give me a second and I'll flip it over and show you my nice, pretty engine. Tiny tick. There she is in all her glory. Nice brand new Adam Drake 3. Hate it when I gotta turn these. I never have the right tool. I don't have a wrench at all. It was nice and easy anyways. The last 8th buggy I had was back in the 90s. It was a flying point with a 21. You mean a flash point? Whatever the name of the pipe is got wore off. So I don't know. Watch on TV. Alright, brother. Put us on the big screen. The trick to notebook paper is to do it until it stops cutting the paper. Yeah, I know. I tried to adjust it a few times and I gave up on it and just went back to this method. Come on. Come on, get on there. This isn't a very easy trick. There. Use the fuel line as its own rubber band. I guess it probably wouldn't hurt to do it on this one as well. Can't find my tiny little flathead. Spring's in the way. Damn it. I think this tubing's a little smaller than the blue stuff. Hopefully, we don't have any fuel line problems. Come on, get on there. Oh, there's so much stuff in the way. I can't get my fingers on it. Come on, get on there. Almost got it. Cool. Now my fuel lines have really tight connections, so I don't want to put that there. that'll work. Shouldn't be kinking it too much. All right. Oh, you know what? Get some rubber bands on the carburetor. Backup fail safe. Damn it. Should have done it before I put the fuel line on. Jeez. Nice tight. Cool. So now I gotta set my throttle servo. You guys still with me? How about just being quiet? You guys wrenching on your own shit? If so, what are you guys working on tonight? Still here wrenching on my JADO. Nice. You got the 3.3 in it, or what engine you running? I guess it'll work. So now I gotta turn the carburetor to make that parallel. No, that's not right. You want to pull the carb straight. It's too much of an angle. Three, hell yeah. That's kind of a wall. It's got fake carbon fiber and was an option from Traxxas. Oh, nice. Yeah, I got some carbon fiber parts. I just need to, like, I've got a box that's got like enough parts to build at least 2 of them, maybe 2.5. And some of those parts are carbon fiber. I think it's zeroed out, but we better make sure. So it is zeroed. Come on. Get off there. Come on, there's nothing holding you there. Can't tell if it's on there all the way. I don't think it is. I'm just done building the Truckzilla. I put an off Force 32 in it. Nice. Truckzilla, is that a twin engine? You know what? Single, but it came with the plate for twins. Like attached or separate, like you could have either or. Like do you have a single and a double plate, or do you just have a double plate? Okay. Now I just learned the proper way of doing this recently. So that is a 6.5. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys do this and I was the only one that didn't know, or... So you set it on there, and you can zero it out. And then when you pull this, you only want it to open 6.5, and you can watch it down in here as well. But... $6.7. $6.4. $6.6. $6.8. Supposed to be going down here. It's like we're gonna be able to get it close, but maybe not exact. 6.6. So for whatever reason, I can't fine tune it enough to get it 6.5, but it's pretty close, so that way you're not pulling it wide open. You know, you don't want it past the Venturi, and you don't want it less than the Venturi. So you get the proper amount of fuel. All right. I get the air filter on here, but I gotta get it cleaned up first. Go down, rubber bands. So yeah, I lost my other switch apparently somewhere, but they got one down there at the compound for me. Plus, I found some online on my order. Steve, what's up? How you doing, brother? You look slick, like sir. I'm happy with it. Got a shiny pipe. Oh, a second Force 32? Yeah, good luck with that. Just like Steve said. I think when they announced they were closing down shop, everybody started buying what they could find. I think it's nasty. It looks like a brownie. Are you racing this weekend? Yes, sir. Sunday's the first race of the season. Can't believe it's here already. But I'm gonna go to the sink and get this thing cleaned up, so you just have to hang out for a second. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get to go down there Saturday. They're having like a practice day, first open practice since they've done the new layout. So it's good luck. Thanks, bro. I'm gonna need it. You know, it's gonna be tough. You know, I've never been on the track before. But at least we get a day's practice before the race on Sunday. And I'll finish breaking this in. According to Drake, you can, fire it up, let it run for a few minutes, get it warmed up, and then, you got to preheat it, of course. But then you should be able to just start taking around the track, and then each tank, give it just a hair lean, just to kind of get it going in the right direction. So after 4 tanks, it's basically race ready. So that's what we're hoping for. But stand there and look at the prettiness for a minute while I go clean this filter. Oh, thanks, Cyclone. I'm definitely a lot better than I was the only other time that I actually participated in a race, so. One thing that worries me is it's a brand new layout. And it looks pretty cool. They put the video on YouTube. So I wish I had a local track, but racing's a blast. Dude, racing is a blast. And like me, I'm a competitive person, so I get nervous. You know, I don't like to lose. I don't want to look bad. It was really hard and nerve-wracking to know that I was going to come in last place, and then when I actually, was doing the race and was flopping around all over the place, I was just like, oh well, I got over it, but just the thought, I don't like doing bad. But gotta start somewhere. So I'm hoping to have a novice class just so I could see what it's like in there before I go up against the really fast people. And then who knows, maybe I'll advance to the sportsman league or whatever, club league or whatever the hell they call it, sportsman. Hollow Mars, what's up? Living in the Caribbean. Wish we had tracks too. You guys don't have tracks down there? But they had tracks in the Caribbean. Got me a pack of clean filters here. There's like a pack of Protect filters. For the Mugen, but they work on anything. I don't know of, but in Puerto Rico, I'm in San Martin, around 30-minute flight. Yeah, it's a different island too, isn't it? So you couldn't even just drive there. No surmise and let me race anymore. Yeah, mine don't do too well either. I need to go get my glasses redone. But like for me, especially with the allergies that I have, if the breeze hits it just right, my eyes start watering. Man, it's so hard to see and figure out what the hell you're doing. If your eyes start watering or itching, you can't just take your hands off the controller and fix it. Little trick to zip ties, you just grab them and start giving it a twist till you hear it click, and it'll pull it just a little bit tighter. I think that's it, other than the tires. Mama finished getting the tires ready tomorrow. Nice and smooth. Can you hear that tick? Almost feels a hair loose. I think it'll be all right. Let's see, but loving the new makeover suite. Thanks, sir. Yeah, whole other island, no driving. I think I got cars that'll go underwater. I appreciate it. Find a hole, let's hear it. No. But actually what I do need to do is put some tires on it so it sits up off the table. Hit it with the heat gun and give it some heat cycles. We still got a little bit of time. Let me grab some wheels. These are what I got when I went up to Vegas. They've got pretty good grip. I just need to make sure that they're glued up. These are the Reflex. I don't know how well they'll do on this new track with the softer dirt, but we're gonna give it a try. And they said they had some TOZ or TZOs there. So I'll use these for practice and give me a pair of TZOs for the race. I hope you guys enjoy watching me go from basher to racer. I mean, not a permanent professional racer, but you know, just trying it out anyways. Hope it's good content. $400, that's the way to go. Like your neighbors anyway. You think 400s are better? They're a little bit bigger pin. I guess if the track's new and got a little bit looser dirt, those bigger pins would probably work a little better. I'm gonna see what the guys are running out there, but yeah, 'cause I'm pretty sure they got both. Hell yeah. Sorry. Here, try to fix the tripod. 400s or 402s. Yeah, I don't know all the differences, but I do know, I saw a deal on Facebook where the guys that run that track down there, they partnered up with Raw Speed. So we'll see what kind of tires they get out of that. Hopefully they get a pretty good deal, so we can all get a decent deal on some tires. Yeah, AJ. Yeah, he was. There's a picture of him shaking hands with the guy that owns Raw Speed. I can smell the oil cooking off of this thing. Lee Harris, welcome to the show, brother. How you doing? 2016 Savage 59 XL, yes sir. I got a couple of, but I don't know what year they are. That 2016 model, does it come with the K59 or the F59? Up to 181. Well, at least at the glow plug anyways. All right, Lee, we'll be right here waiting on you. Can't get a very good angle from there. What one is better? The K series was a better engine. You got the K. Yeah, the older ones with the lighter gray, and some of them had like flames or something on top of them. Those darker, newer ones are just not quite as good. And really, like, I don't have the experience with them, but JP, he's dealt with both of them, and that's his opinion. Damn it. My rubber band's broke. So we're 190 at the glow plug. I mean, at least it's still pulling it closed, but sucks that my rubber band broke. It doesn't pull it closed very fast. Anyways, I'd like to try and find a new engine for it. Kind of hard to find these days. Yeah, there aren't hardly any of the big reds left. Those are good engines. I can still find the LRP 32, but they're kind of finicky. Yeah, for a spare. You can get those. Was it the Mach 6? It's a Hobeo .28, I think. I've been seeing those online. I don't know that there's really any 5.9 engines outside of like stock. Means I gotta take that damn fuel line off again. Damn it. Yeah, some of those bands just don't like the heat. Order Savage 25, put OS Max 38 years ago. I don't run that one too often. That might be a good engine to try on. You might have to clean some of the gummy out of it. You see the two, those would be the part of the brake linkage. I hate how they bump up against the fuel tank. I think I'm gonna adjust them. But not right now. Just had this 32, came on a giant truggy. Buggy wood, giant truggy, buggy wood energy. It is no name, but it has some pretty good parts on it. Has a Novorossi header with a jam and pipe. Hell yeah. Put NTX 24.7 back on it. Evernaut energy. Well, was it a buggy or a truggy? In Minnesota, there's a dude on Facebook who has a new Big Rig 28 in the box for 140. Maybe I should road trip and grab it. If it's legit, even if he's, even if he's ran a gallon or so through it, 145 ain't bad. Because they were 170 new, so if it's still in new-like condition, I would jump on it. We can tell the difference if it's a buggy or truggy by how much space is in between your shock tower and your engine. If it's real close like this, it's a buggy. If it's stretched out and you can see like, you know, that much bare chassis sticking out behind it, it's a truggy. And then the truggy will have bigger wheels on it, like monster truck tires. Racing tires, but monster truck size. It's in the plastic bag still. Oh, nice. Dude, jump on it, for sure. Like, if it's legit in the plastic bag, meaning never been ran, or, like I said, even a few tanks on it, 140 is a hell of a deal, man. Jump on it. Drive. Drive like the wind. Go. But no, all seriousness, yeah, damn good engine, and if it's legit, man, I'd spend the 140 on it for sure. I spent 170 on that guy. The pull start jacked up on it though. You gotta be careful. Raw RC hooked me up with a part number for this here starter. So, yes, definitely jump on it for 140, man. Well worth it. Excellent engine. It's the Mach 28. And you can barely see it in there. That side it just says 28. Yeah, there you go. Now you can see it. Yep, good engine. Hell, if you find one of these in good condition, jump on that as well. These K46s are just freaking beasts. I need to open this one up and clean it up. It's probably all gummed up. I got it in a deal and I just haven't done anything with it yet. It's about the same distance as the one you have in front of you. What do you mean the same distance as the one I have in front of me? Yeah, not a problem, Lee. I appreciate you coming and hanging out. How long of a drive is it for you? I mean, hell, even if it's like a 2-hour drive, because you can't find those anymore. They don't make them anymore, so even a 2-hour drive would be worth it. Unless you got a huge gas guzzler, it is going to cost you like 60 bucks. That's a $200 engine between the shock tower and... Oh, yeah, I forgot about that conversation. So yeah, then it's a buggy. Here, I'll show you the truggy. So it's got that big gap. I mean, it's huge A-arms on it, way bigger. But this is the next project. I want to get it ready for the track as well. But these LRPs drink so much fuel. It'd be like every 2 or 3 laps you got to come in and pit. So we ain't gonna do that. Probably put the block engine in it. It's an hour drive, dude. Well worth it, man. I'd be driving up there tonight, but no, I did, you know, at least check it out tomorrow. Because if he's still got it, man, well worth it. I think mine is definitely a buggy. Yeah, there's a pretty significant difference between the two. But truckies are fun. I just don't have it ready for the track yet. Well, everything's so much more expensive with the truckie. I mean, wheels, a full set of wheels for this is like, on average, 65, maybe 70, depending on what brand. For that truckie, they're like 90 for a set of 4. It's pretty old, was a barn find. Might be hard to find parts for. But you find the parts and get it rebuilt. Those old ones are really cool once you get them rebuilt, but it's not, you know, it's not something you want to go hit the track with, of course. Pain in the butt, get this thing on there. Here we go. Yeah, I've never messed with doing this, and I've never really had my lines pop off, but I'm gonna be in the middle of a race. I don't want this to be the first time it happens, so we'll use the racer's tricks. I'm sure there's a few other tricks that I'm missing, but yeah, and I'll get my ride height set, my droop. I'll work on all that tomorrow. This thing has giant road rage tires on it. I got some road rage tires. I think I brought them. Yeah, they're over there in a stack. Road Rage are good tires for truggies and monster trucks. All right, well, that's about all we're going to get accomplished tonight. We hit that 3-hour mark. There's a couple people out there that say too long and boring. And if that's the case, don't watch. But I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thanks for all the wishing of luck. I can take all the help that I can get. I'll do some videos on Sunday, but more than likely I'm not going to do any lives. Maybe for like the main. May kick up a live, I don't know. But definitely going to do some videos and all that good stuff. So stay tuned and we'll show you how we did. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate it, brother. Can't think of anything else, so until next time, much love and peace.